And hello, everybody. Welcome back to episode number 84 of the CheckX series, I believe. If you're new here, as I say every day, I'm your host, Ivan, and the CheckX series is pretty much all about me talking about everything that Elon discusses on X the day before. And today, we are going to talk about what he discussed yesterday on Friday, February 20th, 2026. He posted about 113 times about, back in the triple digits, I guess you could say. Yesterday, and a decent amount on XAI and shit and stuff like that. We're pretty much just gonna get right into this, starting off with Tesla and automotive technology. To start off the episode here, Elon announced that a new, more affordable version of the Cybertruck is available in order in the U.S. Starting at $60,000. Though he noted that this price is only for the next 10 days. And also, moving on, Elon reposted a harrowing account of a driver who lost consciousness on the freeway due to a severe allergic reaction, but survived because his Tesla's full self-driving, or FSD, whatever you want to call it, safely pulled the vehicle over and contacted emergency services. And also, moving on, Elon expressed confidence in the future of autonomous driving, stating that FSD only gets better from here, and encouraged people to try the technology, calling it awesome. And last but not least here, Elon responded positively to a suggestion for Tesla coffee shops at supercharging stations, suggesting they could be staffed or supported by Optimus robots. And moving on to SpaceX and Starlink, just a couple things, just three here to talk about, but still, I guess, valuable information, to say the least. But to start off, Elon projected that Starship will launch over 10,000 satellites per year. And also, Elon criticized the South African government for blocking Starlink's operations due to regulations requiring 30% local black ownership, which is kind of stupid in my opinion, but whatever. Claiming the license would have been granted years ago if he were black. And also, moving on, last but not least here, Elon reposted commemorations of the 8th anniversary of the Falcon Heavy launch, which famously sent the cherry red Tesla Roadster and Starman into space. And moving on to talking about XAI and Grok, starting off this segment, Elon highlighted the launch of Grok 420, sharing an image of a 420-digit prime number to mark the occasion. And also, Elon argued that Grok is more physically accurate than competitors like ChatGPT, Gemini, and Claude, pointing out structural flaws in images of bicycles generated by other AI models. And moving on, Elon also stated the core mission of XAI is to understand the universe, which he believes necessitates absolute truth-seeking and appreciation for beauty. And also, Elon repeatedly criticized woke AI models, asserting that Grok is the only AI that is not woke, and avoids the politically correct censorship found in systems like OpenAI's. And moving on, Elon also announced that Grok 4.1 Fast is being added to Copilot Studio, and that Grok 420 is coming soon. And also, Elon discussed technical preferences, noting that XAI's code is mostly written in Rust, and also that X is replacing its legacy Scala code with Rust. And last but not least here, Elon predicted that Wikipedia will eventually dwindle into irrelevance as users shift to Grokopedia. And moving on to social issues and woke ideology, pretty much moving into the politics segment of this video. Starting off, Elon spoke out against what he termed unrelenting hate and poisonous propaganda in the West directed at white, straight men, agreeing with calls to end white guilt. And also, Elon agreed with critiques of gender identity ideology, calling it incoherent and regressive. And also, Elon expressed support for homeschooling, agreeing that parents are capable of teaching their own children. And also, the last two things here for this segment. Elon criticized academic departments dedicated to queer theory and critical race theory, arguing they aim to destroy Western civilization. And last but not least, Elon took aim at European leadership and media, calling the mayor of Lyon a rat for banning a march, and criticizing the BBC for labeling certain activists as far right. And moving on to politics, economics, and immigration here. Starting off this segment, Elon advocated for the Save America Act and expressed frustration with politicians like Mitch McConnell for allegedly stalling it. And also, Elon reposted content of challenging the idea, that the wealthy do not pay their fair share. Later stating that he would likely pay over $500 billion in taxes over his lifetime, including death taxes. And also, last couple things here, Elon characterized the modern left as a force that must be crushed to ensure peace, and asserted that the Second Amendment is the only long-term protection for the First Amendment. And moving on immigration, Elon agreed with the sentiment that those days are gone when journalists covered the issues for the perspective of American citizens. And last but not least, Elon voiced support for the Restore Britain platform, which advocates for deporting illegal immigrants and requiring legal migrants to contribute and respect British culture, calling the stance fair and sensible. And last but not least, your last topic here, talking about public safety and media criticism. Starting off this short little segment here, Elon reposted several reports of violent crimes committed by repeat offenders who have been released by recalcitrant district attorney, noting a disturbing trend of random attacks. And also, Elon dismissed legacy media as non-stop lunatic left propaganda and reposted a study suggesting that X's algorithm does not make users conservative, but rather that access to uncensored information naturally leads people toward conservative views. And last but not least for the episode, Elon highlighted X's legal battle against the EU Digital Services Act, or the DSA, framing it as a fight to protect the global town square from censorship. And ladies and gentlemen, that pretty much wraps up episode number 84 of the CheckX series. If you guys made it all the way to the end, I appreciate you guys for watching. And I recommend dropping a like, dropping a comment, and subscribing if you haven't already. If I could steal just a little bit more of your time, perhaps, I recommend going back and watching some of the other recent CheckX episodes if you would like, just as a sequence of events. But yeah, I'll pretty much see you guys later.